Well, Friday morning, I was ready to cut off my tires, but it didn't come to that. I think the truck got afraid, and finally I got out. Was stuck at this stupid truck stop overnight, right? If you saw the end of the video with the Star Wars kind of thing, so what's funny is that I moved the fifth wheel, right? Finally, like I'm 4 hours away from my consignee, and I got tired of getting stuck all the time. So when I arrived yesterday, like I parked in a spot where it was okay, like looked okay. What I didn't realize there was an incline, kind of like here, you know, and that's like really bad for my truck. And so I stopped there, I dropped the legs of the Jeep, and you know, drain the suspension, and then I moved the fifth wheel, and the truck moves. It was a bit slippery, but I was able to move the truck forward compared to the Jeep. And so now, well, actually I don't see any, you know, it was like 49 psi, now it's 50.1. so the Jeep, the sucker, takes a lot of weight off. That's why these things are dangerous in winter. It's not even funny. And so yesterday I tried it, right? I come back, I went for, I had some food, and so then I come back maybe 40 minutes later, and that's it. The truck doesn't want to move, you know. I'm rocking, I'm doing the same thing, right? Twice in one day. First in the morning, in the beginning of yesterday's video, and then here. And it was like, I think it was like 3 o'clock local time. And so I felt confident that I can go at least 1 hour. And what I programmed in my GPS was what is it called, Vermeulen. Like basically there's a truck stop about an hour west, an hour away, and my fuel is low, but I didn't want to risk that. The price is actually, that's one good thing about Alberta, that the price is really nice. $1.33, which is like 20 cents cheaper per liter than in Northern Ontario. And so I tried, these guys didn't have salt, but they have sand. So now I know, guys, sand does not work. It just creates a mess. Well, no, sand works, but it has to be more like gravel, you know, because it's too fine. You know, like the particles are just, it's like dust. And I think I bought what, like 2 bags of sand, and it was very cheap. It's like $4 or $5 a bag, you know, it was nothing, right? And they didn't have salt. She says, how much you need? And she had a bucket, like a pail with salt, you know, like a 10-liter pail. And of course they're using that for you know, sidewalks over there. But the parking lot was, it was awful, you know. It was so that the worst part was that all that fluffy snow, you know, not packed but fluffy, so the truck just sinks in. And salt did not work. I put chains under, just like what I did this morning, and then I come out, I'm still stuck. I come out, I see some black particles on the snow next to the drive tire. What the heck? I pick it up, it's pieces of rubber, you know. So if you're not careful with these chains, right, so if you put them in the wrong way, like there was one of the pieces there, one of the links, you know, got cut in the tire, and the tire is spinning, and it acted as a knife. So, but I didn't get a flat tire, just I tried to pull that out, and of course the truck was sitting on the chain, but I pulled it away and it stopped doing that, but it was not helping either, right? So anyway, it was a terrible, terrible day yesterday. 13th, right? Like I said, 13th. Not Friday, but Thursday the 13th. The captain got stuck twice. And this is already Alberta, because like Lloydminster, yeah, I see Vermilion. Oh, 60 kilometers, okay. But that's where I was supposed to go after this Husky. Because I talked to a couple of friends in there, in the Edmonton area. And they said yesterday it was raining, and it was freezing rain. And even my consignee, when I talked to the guy, my contact, he says, basically take it slow, because he says the weather, now it's raining, it can be free, like everything will be icy in the morning. And so my next stop that I programmed, it's Atchison, which is just west of Edmonton. There's a big Husky there. There's a big Husky, and I hope the parking lot is better than here. But we'll see. If something is suspicious, no, but wait, I cannot leave the trailer. I thought I would just drop the trailer, but without the trailer I would get stuck even worse. Nowhere to park. This is Sherwood Park. I don't know why they call it park. There's no parking anywhere. Basically, I was shooting for Atchison, where there's a Husky in there. But I started getting out of fuel. It was very, very low on fuel. Because I couldn't fill up in where was I? Lloydminster. And of course this is not a good spot, because all these bastards are coming out of Tim Hortons, and when they're turning right it's okay, because I'm blocking that lane pretty much, right? But I'm on the shoulder. But if they're turning left, they cannot see anything. And so I almost got stuck on the way to the pump, because the pump is like, you know, there's a hill there, and it's been raining yesterday.
In 600 meters, turn left onto the Trans-Canada.
So there's ice everywhere.
West ramp to Edmonton.
So there's ice everywhere, and so finally I made it. You know, I took a few turns, I mean a few tries, but I got up to the fuel island, and it's $1.42. You know, greedy pilot, $1.42, where everybody else east of here, small stations, $1.33, $1.34, you know. Yeah, I still have my diff lock on, just in case. And so over there, so I go in and do it, and I'm thinking I'm gonna do a U-turn, like a turn around, and there's another exit, right? You go through the pump, and guess what? There's like this much snow, and it's all that fluffy stuff, and I'm thinking, man, I'm gonna get stuck here, guaranteed. And so I had my interaxle lock, I had my diff lock, everything on, and I just started driving like 30 kilometers an hour.
Left onto the Trans-Canada Highway ramp, then keep left at the fork.
So I flew through that, I flew through that parking lot like somebody was chasing me.
Keep left at the fork.
I think my latch, I think my hood.
600 meters, storage at Alberta 16.
Yeah, I know that the diff lock, it gives me a message. Diff lock forward rear axle still active. Should be 2, not 1. And so yeah, I got through okay, didn't hit anything. But man, I flew through that truck. I'm sick and tired of getting stuck. Oh, and so another guy, some guy was walking with a plastic can. So he probably bought gas for his, I'm guessing, his Honda, you know, pony motor. Because some truckers don't like hydraulics, right? So they have a pony motor on the trailer. And he's walking back and he says, "Hey, Captain Sergei, I watch your videos." And I'm still stuck in there. I'm still trying to go backwards, forwards, backwards before the pump. I couldn't get close enough to the hose. And this guy starts chatting. And he says, I'm the other low bed you saw there at the entrance. He says, and I saw that guy. He had some big excavator. Same kind of deal with a Jeep with a boost. And he says he was parked in the back, which is not a good idea because that's where all the snow was. And he says he got stuck as well. He says this is his second day at this truck stop, and he says he had to disconnect everything. The Jeep, the booster, you know. And now I saw a service truck next to him, so something was happening over there. And he says he got stuck because of the freezing rain. Because he says, yeah, it was raining all day yesterday here, and the temperature was above zero, above freezing, and then overnight it went, you know, below freezing. And he says not just ice, but not just snow, but ice everywhere. And I told him about my adventure in Lloydminster. I said I finally figured out why. It's because my tires they don't have markings on the side. So my tire is a closed shoulder tire. And that's why when I sink into the snow, the sides cannot grip the snow, you know. And that's the difference between my tire and the tire that local guys here use. It's very slippery over here. Ice. One guy got stuck in there. This guy flipped over a pickup truck. But yeah, I could feel my tires were spinning. So I lock my differentials. Like, it's -3 Celsius, and you can see this is like slippery. And look at this. Probably just happened. So there's a pickup truck in the There's a pickup truck in the ditch. There's another one over there on the other side.